Honey garlic chicken is an incredibly delicious meal. It tastes sweet, savory, salty, and can be made in about 12 minutes with 49 grams of protein. First thing first, let's talk about the protein source. I will use this skinless chicken breast for this recipe. This weighs about 180 grams. I will slice this into fine strips about a centimeter or half an inch thick. Cutting the chicken like this will result in it being done in under 2 minutes when fried in the pan. Chicken breast is probably one of the best protein sources you can buy, containing about 120 calories and 21 grams of protein for 100 grams of chicken breast. After slicing, you need to season it with freshly ground black pepper, a couple of dashes of garlic powder, about quarter teaspoon, and for some kick, you can also add another quarter teaspoon of chili powder or cayenne pepper. If you don't like the heat, you could use paprika instead. It works just fine. Mix everything for about 20 seconds or so until all the meat is coated with seasoning and set it aside. Next are the vegetables. Usually I would add a carrot with a red bell pepper, which works great in about 99% of stir fries. However, for this particular recipe, I highly recommend using a zucchini. First, chop off both ends and cut it twice lengthwise so you get 4 long strips, then turn them and cut again into bite-sized pieces. Zucchini is not only incredibly low in calories, but also tastes absolutely delicious in combination with this sweet and garlicky sauce. Next, chop up 1 yellow onion, this weighs about 50 grams, and then you also need a clove of garlic. This is a very big one, however 2 smaller ones work perfectly fine as well. You could either mince them on a grater right now, or cut them into smaller pieces and use a garlic press later in the pan. This entire bottle of food has about 80 calories, by the way. Vegetables are the ultimate volume food. Now let's make the sauce. First, add 20 grams of soy sauce to a glass, followed up by 15 grams of honey. Yes, honey is quite high in calories, but you need 15 grams to really taste it in the dish, and it's about 45 calories, so not as big of a deal. Next is a special ingredient, and it's balsamic vinegar cream. You could absolutely use rice or even white vinegar instead, but this will add a really nice flavor note that is highly recommended. 5 grams will go into the glass. Then for some heat, add about quarter teaspoon of chili flakes, freshly ground black pepper, and lastly a bit of cornstarch, quarter teaspoon or 1 gram. This will thicken up the sauce and turn it into this syrup-like consistency. Give the sauce a quick mix and set it aside before prepping the last component of this meal, the rice. Now, you can absolutely cook rice the usual way. I would suggest making about 60 grams of raw rice per serving. However, what I like doing when I want it to be quick is using packaged basmati or jasmine rice. This is, in my opinion, the perfect carb source for speedy meals when I don't want to wait. Measure 125 grams of cooked rice in a bowl, which is 200 calories worth, and this one serving, and add the other serving that is in the bag back to the fridge. It will last for at least 2 to 3 days. And then let's get cooking. But before that, I want to thank the sponsor of today's video, Element, with their newly released flavor grapefruit salt that really tastes great. Element is a tasty electrolyte drink mix with everything you need and nothing you don't. That means lots of salt with no sugar. Element is formulated to help anyone with their electrolyte needs and is perfectly suited to folks following a keto, low carb or paleo diet. It contains a science-backed electrolyte ratio of 1000 milligrams of sodium, 200 milligrams of potassium and 60 milligrams of magnesium. When you sweat, the primary electrolyte lost is sodium. Athletes can lose up to 7 grams per day. When sodium isn't replaced, it's common to experience muscle cramps and fatigue. I've personally been using this for over a month now and really love it, especially for my cardio having sessions where I sweat a lot. You will receive a free sample pack with any purchase that you buy it through my link, and if you don't like it, Element will give you your money back, no questions asked. So head to drinklmnt.com/Felu and get your free sample pack with any purchase. Thank you, Element. Preheat the pan to medium heat and add a little bit of oil. Now, start by adding the zucchini with a touch of salt. Zucchini contains quite a bit of water, so by giving them a head start and frying them for 2 minutes before everything else, you can get rid of most of the water and then let the rest for a proper browning. After 2 minutes, the zucchini will get some browning, which is the time to add the onions. If you see that the pan is getting too dry, you can always add a quick spray of oil so everything is coated and keep frying. Fry the onions for another 2 to 3 minutes until they become translucent and start to caramelize. At this point, I will push the vegetable aside, add another bit of oil, and now add in the chicken. Try to separate the chicken as good as you can so as much meat as possible gets in contact with the burnt surface for maximum browning. Let it sit there for about 1 minute while checking the bottom every once in a while. Once you have some nice color on the chicken, you can flip all of the meat and let it cook for 1 more minute. 2 minutes in total is completely enough as they are cut very thin. Right at the end, add another bit of oil and now add the minced garlic or press it in with your garlic press. Let it cook for 15 seconds and now add in your rice, give everything a stir and then add the prepared sauce. Because of the cornstarch, this will immediately thicken up once it is hot, so keep mixing until the sauce covers everything and sticks to the meat. This is exactly what we want. And after not even 15 minutes, you can add everything into a bowl and I'm telling you, this tastes absolutely amazing with all the flavors that are added to this meal. Macros for the entire meal is 582 calories, 66 grams of carbs, 13 grams of fat and 49 grams of protein. If you like this recipe, you need to check out my cookbook. It is packed with great recipes that will help you lose weight without you even thinking about being on a diet. Breakfast, lunch or dessert, everything you need is in this book. And the best part is that I'm constantly updating the book with new recipes and you will receive every recipe update for free once you've purchased the book. It sits at 4.9 out of 5-star rating, so click the link in the description, you won't regret it.